Hello, everyone, and welcome. This presentation serves as the official kickoff for all volunteers who have signed up for Hour of AI 2025. For those of you who may be new to this program, Hour of AI is all about introducing artificial intelligence concepts to kids. And that goes from pre-K all the way through high school. It's really an incredible opportunity to spark curiosity and excitement about technology and young kids' minds. All right, so for our agenda today, we will cover 3 key areas to prepare you for your volunteer experience. First, we'll go over the next steps you need to take before your classroom visit. Then, we'll walk through the basic lesson plan structure you'll be using. And finally, we'll review some important reminders to ensure everything goes smoothly. So before we dive in, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who signed up as volunteers. Whether you're returning from previous years or this is your first time, thank you. Your willingness to give you time and share your expertise makes a real difference. I am confident this will be a great experience for you, and more importantly, a memorable and inspiring experience for the kids you'll be working with. If you're new to Hour of AI, you're joining something pretty special. You're now part of a large community of Accenture volunteers who have been making an impact for the last 10 years since we started this initiative. The numbers you see here represent thousands of hours donated and thousands of students reached. And you're just adding to that legacy. So thank you again. All right, so for the next steps, you have received with this, or you will soon receive, an introduction email containing your school contacts and information about your fellow volunteers. Once you have this information, please reach out to the schools and teachers to confirm details like timing, location, and any specific classroom rules they may have. Additionally, if you're volunteering at a school with specific registration requirements like Arlington Public Schools, make sure you complete all necessary forms ahead of time. And just remember that these requirements exist for student safety, so please don't skip this step. And schools are usually, though, very flexible too, so a lot of the times you might be able to complete some of those forms from your mobile phone, but please don't take that into consideration and try to be prepared before you go there. And then finally, take some time to get comfortable with the agenda, websites, and activities you'll be leading. Familiarity with the material will definitely help you feel more confident and allow you to focus on engaging with the students. All right, so jumping on into the basic lesson plan. The lesson plan is composed of 3 main parts: an introduction, and that will last 5 to 10 minutes. Then there's the main activity part of it, which will run from 30 to 45 minutes, and a wrap up at the end of 3 to 10 minutes. So we're going to break down each section. So keeping in mind that your day, your shift that you sign up for is for a specific grade. So because we cover all the way from pre-K all the way to high school, your day may look slightly different. So these are just general guidelines to help you be a little bit more prepared and ready and know what to expect. But just know that whatever the teacher and the school in collaboration with you decide what's going to be on that day, it's really what matters, right? There's no specific formula here. Some teachers and schools have specific ideas and activities that you're going to be running and showing the students. Other schools are very flexible and they say, just come in and do your speech. So if you're doing older kids as well, you're probably going to be more geared towards a panel where high school kids may ask you questions about careers in technology, the type of work that you do, which types of AI technologies you're interested in, um, maybe just helpful tips in the marketplace, whatever it is. Um, those are more likely to happen in with the high school students, but the majority of shifts that we have available for sign up are um, for elementary school level kids. So just keep in mind and keep it obviously age appropriate depending on what the grade you sign up for. So for the first part, which is the getting started, as I said before, it's a 5 to 10 minute introduction. You start by introducing yourself, explaining what you do at Accenture, and how technology plays a role in your career. Then you can talk about AI, right, in terms that kids can relate to. So you can talk about examples like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, home automation things, YouTube Kids suggested videos, right, and Netflix suggested films and series, and how AI is catering to your people's taste as they're watching those platforms. You can talk about camera filters, right, and how they work on their phones. You can talk about video games and how some of the video games now, have these characters that do their own thing, and they're essentially working like puppies, right? And they're learning at every step of the process. You need to teach them new tricks and new things, and they get better and better at it. Um, and really, the idea is that obviously AI is everywhere in their daily lives. They may not realize it yet, but they soon will. And then discuss maybe a little bit about what computer science and AI are important, um, and how they can make positive differences in the world. And then following that, you just start directing students to the activity. Like I said before, some teachers will have a specific activity in mind, so they may have it preloaded on the student devices already and ready to go. For others, you may need to tell them to go to the website. Usually it's better if you coordinate with the teacher that they already let the students know what the link is, so they can easily post them what the link is. Um, and as I'm saying this, I'm also remembering to remind you that you don't, for none of this, you will need your work device. If you choose to bring it, they'll usually have the technology set up. If you want to share your screen, share some slides, but it's not a requirement at all, right? Uh, really, the main content that you present here will be the activity, and for the most part, the activities are carried through by the two children on their own. So, um, yeah, just keep in mind that you don't really necessarily need to bring a computer there. So for the activity portion, that's the heart of your session, 30 to 45 minutes with the hour of AI activities. Your role here is to facilitate and support students as they complete the tutorial. So for younger kids, you may need to walk through the activity with them step by step and maybe share, do it on their smartboard or share a screen. For a little bit older students, I'd say grade 1 and 2 and above, they tend to be more independent, so they usually take their own devices. It gives them freedom to explore, and they start doing things on their own. Be sure to empower students as they're having difficulties on their own. Encourage critical thinking and problem solving. If there's any blocks that they encounter, feel free to relate that to your work life. Knowing that they may experience some frustrations from not having solutions. Right, you can have that a little bit of empathy there, and it's a sort of a teaching moment that it happens at work too. Sometimes we don't have solutions for things. We have to think together, think as a team. And if students finish early, have them help their classmates, because peer teaching is also incredibly valuable, right? It teaches them social skills and how to help each other and have that collaboration mentality. All right. And then finally, for the wrap up part of it, in your final 3 to 5 minutes, you debrief with the students, ask them what they learned, see if anyone wants to show the class what they created, talk about how it felt when they were stuck on something, and how it felt when they finally got something to work. Ask them what they want to do with this new knowledge. A lot of the kids sometimes want to share that with their parents and other friends in other classrooms and so on. That's really the rewarding piece of this whole thing too. A lot of the times you can work with the teachers and can have them print out certificates of completion for the hour of AI. Some teachers can also print out stickers. All of those materials are available to you as well in the Hour of AI website. This is the debrief point is the fun part because they'll tell you how much they loved it. A lot of them don't want you to go at this time. They think it wasn't enough time. So it's really a great experience. And then once you're done, you're done. You just say thank you and you can go home. Tell others about how much fun you had. All right, so now I want to run through some of the examples, a couple of examples of activities that you can run with the kids in the classroom. So let me share other screen. So this one is new. It's called Mix and Move with AI. Previously, there was an activity called Dance Party, which is still very popular, and I wouldn't be surprised if people still want you to do that. This is sort of an adaptation of that activity. So the idea here is that you enter a prompt to design a specific type of dancer, and then you ask AI to generate that dancer. And then you go step by step. Later on, this Mix and Move with AI, there's a step where you start playing more like a DJ. So this is all drag and drop things. So example here, you drag and drop a beat. You can add chorus. So you can listen to it here.
I need a dollar, dollar, dollar.
And then you can add some organ in the background. And then click run.
I need a dollar, dollar, dollar. That's what I need.
All right, and as you progress later on, you can do something a little bit more complex. Again, using a prompt. This one can use Beautiful Things. There's other songs you can pick. Again, using a regular prompt, you can generate a code. Let's say you can do it more of a hip hop style.
For a while there it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall.
All right, we won't judge the style here. All right, finally, this other activity I wanted to show, this is called AI for Oceans. Essentially, there's an AI robot that is trying to clean the ocean. You're trying to teach, right, using machine learning, what is a fish, a flag, what's a fish, what's not a fish. So do things like that. Once you finish this part, it moves on to explaining the importance of teaching AI, and then it it broadens up the term from a fish to things that live in the ocean, right? Because this may not capture an octopus or a dolphin or a whale. So it kind of broadens up, and it shows that that the type of activity that you need to teach AI to do things, and good things, right? Which in this case is to clean the ocean. All right. So as we wrap up, final reminders here. Reach out to your schools to confirm all details and understand any specific classroom rules and expectations. Again, if there are volunteer registration requirements, like our public schools, make sure you complete the required forms. Get comfortable with the agenda, websites, activities you'll be leading. Also, pictures. You may take pictures of videos during or after your presentation. Just remember to always ask the teacher first. They'll know what's permitted by school policy. A lot of the times, even in the cases where some students may not have permission to be photographed by their parents, if you're taking pictures or videos from behind them, that sometimes that's okay. So just checking with the teachers, and they'll let you know specifically what you can and cannot do regarding those things. If you have any questions at all, please email us at hourofcode_admin@afs.com. We're obviously here to support you for any of your needs and questions. And finally, enjoy this. Appreciate the opportunity to connect and learn with kids. It's, like I said before, a truly memorable experience, and you're definitely going to make a real impact. Definitely, there are situations where we come back year to year to the same school, and the students are in different grades, and they still remember the person who presented to them before. They remember the activities that they did. They remember a lot of it, and you will too. Obviously, with kids, you never know what they're going to say, but they definitely there's definitely some stories to be told from this experience as well. All right, so thank you for watching this video, this presentation. Happy volunteering, and we can't wait to hear about your experiences with the students. And yeah, thanks, and have a great day.